Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and I'm back with another video. I thought, given that we've had almost 2 weekends of the season, we'd have a look through the leaderboards and find out what's performing the best. This is going to be based on the EU, so I haven't checked the NA servers out, so it's just basically what's local to me. If you're wondering why I'm appearing in the videos, I've started streaming, so if you fancy coming over to say hey at some point, that'll obviously be pretty cool. I'm not going to stream every day, but I will have the schedule in the YouTube community tab. It'll be on Twitter and also on Twitch itself, so if you fancy stopping by, obviously that'd be pretty cool. We did do a 5-hour stream yesterday and that was a lot of fun. But jumping straight in and looking at Season 21's best builds, we're going to start off in last place with the Wizard. Now obviously this is an amazing clear 122, only 1300 Paragon, so you know, Veers is still decent, but when we compare it to all the rest of the builds, it is going to be pretty much last place. So it looks like a fairly standard setup. You've got the Traveller's Pledge, Compass Rose, you've got the Chantodo set as well, obviously all the pieces for Veers, a Fazula's, a Swami, Furnace and Squirts, so you know, pretty standard stuff. We've got the Zodiac doing a lot of lifting on cooldown, and obviously the idea is you're going to flip Archon as much as you can, but you need to build up your Chantodo stacks in between Archon cycles, and then you're looking to just DPS. So skills wise, we've got Arcane Torrent, Static Discharge, Magic Weapon Deflection, Slow Time with the Time Warp rune. We've got Archon, you get all the runes so it doesn't matter, but Slow Time's the one on there. Black Hole, Absolute Zero for a bit more extra damage I think, and then Force Armor, just trying to help buff up the toughness. Unstable Anomaly, Audacity, Galvanizing Ward, and then finally Evocation. I will link my Veers guide that I've done. I've only done a speed guide, so I haven't really pushed with Veers much, but it is still looking like the Wizard's best build. Now over time this will probably change. At some point you'll start to see Legacy Dreams Hydra get up here, but Veers obviously just gives such a good start. Now as I say, 122 is a pretty decent clear, but the next place we've got Monk, and obviously you can see you've jumped 8 tiers pretty much, which is obviously pretty nice. Now Monk and I think Crusader are equal. I think maybe the Monk might have done this slightly quicker or slower, I can't remember which way around, but this is going to be Samwuku Tempest Rush. So we've got the 5 pieces of Samwuku, we're going to mix it with Crimson set. You've got your Wan Kim Lao, which is your fist weapon for the Tempest Rush, Vengeful Wind, which is going to give you Sweeping Wind stacks, Lefebvre's Soliloquy for a little bit of toughness, and then obviously Caesar's Memento. God, I'd love a primal pair of them. But yeah, you've got Balance in the Cube, buffing up the Tempest Rush damage. Stone Gauntlet's helping really with the armor, really good. Obviously the negative effect is removed by Epiphany, so you need perma uptime on that. And then a Rogue to make up your set bonuses. COE for spike damage. We've got the Zodiac doing, again, a lot of lifting on cooldown. And then Taeguk, Stricken, and Bane of the Trap for the gems for this one. Skills, we've got Cyclone Strike, Soothe and Breathe, so a bit of sustain for this. Obviously we get the automatic Cyclone Strike from the Wan Kim Lao. Tempest Rush Flurry, so you build your stacks up to 100, try and release them on your cold convention cycle. Got Mantra Salvation Agility, just buffing up that dodge chance. Sweeping Wind in a Storm, obviously we have to take Sweeping Wind for some Wuko. Blinding Flash, Faith in the Light, a little bit more damage. Then Epiphany Desert Shroud for that 50% damage reduction. Seize the Initiative for some more attack speed. Relentless, again buffing up the damage against blind enemies. We've got the Beacon of Utah for cooldown, and then the Cheat Death. This is actually a really good build. It's one that I really like playing. You can do this with Patterns of Justice as well. I probably prefer it slightly on POJ, but it is definitely stronger on some Wuku. So again, I've got a full push guard on this, so I will link it. Now I've got a casual version of this as well. Doesn't use quite the same pieces, doesn't perform quite as well, but it's a little bit easier to play because you can have your you can have your Tempest Rush stacks drop off. So let's move on to the next one, Crusader. So yeah, just done it slightly quicker, and this obviously is going to be the shotgun build. Now this has had a nerf this season, but it's still obviously looking pretty strong. So you've got the Aegis of Valor, again it's another one of these ones where we're mixing in Crimsons. So 5 pieces of the AOV, 2-piece Crimsons. COE again for spike damage. We've got a Rogue to make up the bonuses. Zodiac, you know, normally speaking, it's a bit of a toss-up as to which goes where, but obviously nice primal Rogue going on the character here. Races of Fury, buffing up the Heaven's Fury. Got a Flavour of Time for those double pylons, so obviously really nice if you can get a good map. Pig Sticker just for the super high attack speeds that you can get out those shotguns as much as you can. Then the Shield of Fury, which has now been nerfed, so it only stacks up to 10 times, but obviously still chucking out quite a lot of damage still. So we've got the Trapped. We've got the Stricken and then the Gogok for just for a bit more cooldown. So we've got the Faith of the Fel in the cube. Obviously we need this for the Heaven's Fury. Stone Gauntlets, again, we're seeing this for, again, just the armor increase. Again, negated by the Afkarat's champion, so perma uptime on this. The negative effects of this go away. And then the Zodiac, again, doing a lot of lifting on the cooldown for us. So Fist of Heaven's Fissure, obviously you need this to activate the damage bonus. Heaven's Fury, Fires of Heaven, pumping out the shotguns. You've got Judgment Debilitate, Iron Skin Flash for a bit more movement. Unstoppable Force, Laws of Valor, again buffing up the toughness from the Crimsons because it's giving the RCR. And then Akarat's Champion Prophet for the cheat death, armor, damage, and helping out with the Stone Gauntlets. Passive wise, we've got Finery, Long Arm of the Law, Verve for some more cooldown, and then Holy Cause just for a bit more damage. So, you know, shows how strong this is. No cheat death on this one, but obviously you've got that with the Akarat's Champion, so pretty good. So moving us into next, what have we got? Necro, haven't we? Good old Necromancer, just sneaking in with a 1-3-1. And this obviously is going to be Poison Scythe. Now this is what I'm kind of setting up at the moment on stream. We've just about got some of the pieces for it in the ancient form, so I'm missing a couple of slots still, but it's a Legacy Dreams build, so obviously you need the gem at rank 99 to get the maximum damage, and then Simplicity, Strength and Stricken make up the rest of the gems. Now, quite a lot of items to go over here. You got the Tragul's Corroded Fang, which is giving you extra damage, and the free Curse on the Rune. Ledger's Disdain, which is giving you most of your damage for your Grim Scythe, which is obviously pretty cool. Got an Aquila Crass for toughness, and Darrow's Visage, just get that extra poison damage out. Got the Resist Volition, giving us toughness, you know, Singularity Rune and Gift of Death Rune on Skeletal Mage. Again, Stone Gauntlets, you're going to see this in a lot of these top builds, just for the extra armor. Unity for some toughness, COE for some spike damage. Nems just to make the rift a little quicker, and then the Haunted Visions, which has recently been changed so that now it will basically allow for perma uptime on Simulacrum. And that's great because the Simulacrums now also duplicate Grim Scythe, which is, you know, your way you're doing damage. You've got Nares, so you're looking to stack as many poison skills on the bar as possible. Depth Diggers to double up your Grim Scythe damage, so again another modifier for that, which is pretty nice. Then Crispy's Necro Staple, 100% extra damage, or triple if you can get off a stun. So you've got Grim Scythe, Curse Scythe, which is poison. Death Nova Blight, again poison, but gives you a little bit of damage reduction. Contamination Rune on the mages, again another poison skill. Bone Pillars, again another poison skill for us. Dislocation for the stun to proc to Crispies, again poison. And then Simulacrum, Blood and Bone. This gives you 2 Simulacrum, and they'll all do the Grim Scythe thing as well, so pretty nice. Cheat Death, we've then got Swift Harvesting for some more attack speed on the Grim Scythe, which is nice. Standalone for some extra armor. You're pretty much going to have, you know, you're going to have skeletons out, so you're not going to get like the full value of this, but it is still pretty nice. And Spreading Malediction, so you can like curse stuff with your scythe and get a bit more damage, but looking like a pretty powerful build. I'm excited to see how far I can take that this season. Now, next place, I think we've got the Witch Doctor. So it's done 1-3-1 as well, but it's a little bit quicker. Now, this I thought was quite funny because the guys left the gold wrap in. I don't know whether that's a meme or if that's or just completely by accident, but yeah, Mundanugus. Again, mixing in the Crimsons, so again, very popular set. So what we've got here, we've got the Sacred Harvester for the 10 Soul Harvest stacks. Gazing Demise, obviously buffing up the Spirit Barrage. The Kumba's Ornament for absolute boatload of damage reduction. Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose, which is here, and then Ring of Emptiness for that 300% extra damage. So we've got the Esoteric Alteration Gem, Stricken and Trapped. Again, armor gems in here just to help buff up the Witch Doctor, so presumably you know, you don't want the gold wrap, so you could make this build a little better, so that's quite interesting. Barbara in the cube, again obviously buffing up the Spirit Barrage, which is nice, and a Rogue to make up the set bonuses. Skills wise, running with Manitou, because again obviously this has been nerfed this season, but it still looks like it's performing pretty well. Locust Swarm Pestilence to get that activation of the Ring of Emptiness to 300%, and this will spread to other enemies for us. Spirit Walk Jaunt, Mobility, oh shit, get out of trouble. Soul Harvest Languish, buffing up armor, so again with the armor gems, with this you can be pretty tough. Prodinator to group, and then you've got the Big Bad Voodoo, again obviously pretty nice. So Spirit Vassal for the passives, Rush of Essence to help keep up mana, Graven Justice to do a lot of the lifting on the cooldown, and Confidence Ritual, again a bit more damage, so you know, pretty nice that one. And now we kind of start moving past 1-3-1, and we've got 2 builds that are pretty huge. So we'll start off with the Barb, which is Whirlwind. 135 is obviously a mega clear, only like, under 2 weekends into the season. This is basically going to be the full 6 pieces of Wrath of the Waste, so no crimsons. We've got the Lamentation belt, we've got the Little Rogue and Slanderer buffing up the damage and also the toughness. Band of Might doing most of the lifting on the toughness, obviously huge 80% damage reduction. Convention again for spike damage. Got Mortix Brace, we've got Flavour of Time for the double pylon effects, which is obviously pretty cool. Bane of the Trapped, Bane of the Stricken, and a Taeguk, again more damage, more toughness. Ambo's Pride, which is how the whole Whirlwind set works. Mantle of Channeling, again this has been nerfed not too long ago. It takes 1 second for it to ramp up, but obviously you don't really drop it once you get it going. And then you've got the Zodiac, again doing a lot of lifting on cooldown. So skills wise, we've got the Battle Rage, Swords to Plowshares, we've got Whirlwind Wind Shear, Ancient Spear Rage Flip, again just help group up, Ground Stomp Wrenching Smash, so again looking to proc the Band of Might with that one. And then we've got the Bloodbath Rune on Rend, which obviously is going to be dealing all the damage, and then Insanity on Wrath of the Berserker, so again a bit more damage, move speed, all that stuff. Ruthless is first passive, then Berserker Rage, Rampage, and Boonable Cathos. So again, fairly damage focused passives, which is nice. So again, no cheat death on this one, so again shows just how tough the barb is. But obviously you get all the runes with Mortix Brace, so again, you've got a lot of damage reduction in this one. And then we get to the number one winner, which is obviously the God build. It's God by name, God by nature. 138 cleared with under like 2 weekends of the season is absolutely nutty. So I think I've got to 111. I haven't really put any augments or moved up any further, but I'm looking forward to seeing how far I can get this to go. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So you take the full 6 pieces of Gears of Dreadland. You've got the Hunter's Wrath for more attack speed and more damage on your Hungering Arrow. Fortress Ballistas giving you a shield. You can use the Valor's Bequest, but the extra 30% shield is going to be absolutely vital as you go higher. A Dawn, which is going to give you perma uptime on Vengeance, which is pretty nice. Focus and Restraint to get that extra damage mod again. And then Squirts, because if you can keep your shield up, then Squirts is going to give you double damage. So, again, another damage mod. Wraps of Clarity help to keep you nice, tough and tanky with a 50% damage reduction. Gems wise, you've got Taeguk. We've got the Simplicity Strength, again buffing up Hungering Arrow, and then Stricken. A Series Satchel going in the cube, 600% on the Hungering Arrow. Depth Dig is yet again another modifier, and then an Elusive Ring, again buffing up the toughness, because you really do have to watch the toughness if you're going to take a Squirts. So you've got Hungering Arrow, Devouring Arrow, got Strafe, Rocket Storm. So it's interesting, I normally use the Drifting Shadow for the move speed, but it does look like this rune here is giving us a little bit of extra damage. Smokescreen, Special Recipe, just trying to keep us out of trouble. Fan of Knives, Bladed Armor for toughness. Preparation, Focus Mind, giving us discipline back so that we can pop this one as much as we need. And then Dark Heart Vengeance, more damage, more toughness. Archery, eking out that little bit of extra damage. Awareness for a cheat death. And then Cull the Weak for a bit more damage. And then finally Ambush again, hitting enemies above 75%, all that harder. So there we go guys, that's all the classes. It's a pretty interesting range from as low as 122 with the Wizard, all the way up to the God DH of 138. Barb is about the only class that looks like it's got the potential to even stay close to it, and it just to me looks like this gap's going to get a little bit wider, but it still looks like we've got the God at the top, Whirlwind, Witch Doctor look pretty strong, some Wuku, and Shotgun. They all look like the best builds, with Veers kind of lagging behind. And it's nice to see Poison Scythe placing kind of up here in the sort of low 130s. Again, maybe that'll grow up a little bit, but that's how the season is looking out. It's been an awful lot of fun so far, so yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Come by the stream, come say hi. But other than that guys, I've been the Filthy Casual. Take it easy. Peace.